Hi, I'm Bhargav, data engineer at Kaarvi.ai. Let's talk about a problem every data team eventually runs into. Cleaning data is one thing, but trusting the data is another. You may remove nulls, you may fix duplicates, you may standardize formats, but how do you actually know that the data is valid? Are primary keys unique? Are numeric values within the acceptable limits? Do IDs follow the right structure? Now, traditionally, answering these questions means writing validation queries, building rule checks, and manually investigating the failures. But what if the validation was built directly into the platform? This is Kaarvi's data validation, a faster visual and controlled way to verify data quality without writing SQL scripts or custom validation logic. Here we are inside the data profiling and fix, and now I'm switching to the validation tab by clicking on the validation button here. This is where Kaarvi helps enforce data quality rules in a structured way. And just like that, rest of the platform, everything starts with selecting the dataset. There we go. The dataset is immediately loaded. Now, this dataset contains 66,000 rows, 44 columns. So, once again, we are working with the real production scale data. And as soon as I selected the dataset, Kaarvi gives me the full dataset preview, which means I can inspect the rows, understand the structure, review important columns, and get context around the dataset. Here, the preview is already built in, and you may ask why the validation matters. Cleaning data improves quality, but validation builds trust. Every clean data can still be logically incorrect, out of the range expected, inconsistent with the rules, or structurally invalid. That's exactly what this module is designed to solve. Kaarvi provides multiple validation types, each designed for a specific purpose. For example, primary key integrity ensures each record has unique no null identifier, and range validation check ensures numeric values fall within the acceptable limits. We have freshness check, which ensures the data is recent and not stale. Then we have pattern validation, which ensures values follow defined structure using patterns. Then we have crossfield validation, which ensures logical consistency between related columns. Then we have type validation, which ensures each column follows the correct data type. So instead of building validation rules manually, Kaarvi gives you a ready to use framework. Now let's start with something fundamental, primary key integrity. Now this ensures each record can be uniquely identified. Now, after selecting the primary key integrity here, I'm supposed to select a column, which I'll be selecting well pkid, and then click on run validation. And instantly Kaarvi returns the results. We can see both checks has been passed, which means there are no nulls and all the values are unique. Now this confirms the dataset has strong structural key critical for joins and tracking. Now, just for the testing sake, let me select another column which I know will not be a primary key and see if that passes or fails the result. There we go. Now I have selected a column which I know is not a primary key, and it has failed the test of being a primary key because it has 18,028 duplicate rows in it. Now instantly, it also gave us a preview of all the rows that are duplicates in this particular dataset, which are around 31,829. And just like that, we also have an option to export this particular data or save it to the catalog, that is Kaarvi's smart catalog, and even push it to the database as well. So that's about the primary key integrity check. Now let's move on to the range validation check. Range validation ensures values stay within the realistic or business approved boundary. Now I'd like to select a column here. Um, there. I'll select Spudyer. Spudyer simply means the year a well was drilled. First, I test a wider range by selecting the minimum value as 1950 and maximum value as 2028. Let's check. There we go. All the values fall within the acceptable range, and the result is shows this particular column has the range within the given limits. Now I would like to tighten the rule by changing the minimum value to 2000 and the maximum to 2026, which is this year. And let's check. The run validation failed. Kaarvi clearly shows that there are 1134 values below the minimum range, and there are 4 values that are above the maximum range that I've entered. And below, we get a full failed rows section. This allows me to inspect only failed records, review affected values, and export them directly. This makes validation actionable, not just informative. We also got page numbers here and export options here. Now I'm gonna clear this and go for the next check, which will be pattern validation here. I will also be testing the rest of the 2 or 3 validation checks in the other videos. You can check them out later. Now let's go with the pattern validation. Pattern validation ensures values follow a defined structure. This works using regex, which is simply a format rule. Now let me select the column here. I'll go with the well primary key ID, and I already have the regex pattern saved. Okay, I'm supposed to name it first. Demo regex check, and I'm gonna paste my pattern here, and I'd like to just validate this without any changes, and let's hit the run validation button. See that all the values match the expected structure. Now I'd like to test with a stricter rule by changing the value of 7 to 5. Now let me run the validation. See that the test failed. Why? Because actual values contain 7 digits, not 5. So none of the values match this rule. Now instead of modifying the data, I select let me flag the invalid rows and hit on run validation. Okay, the action is being applied. Let's there we go. After clicking on flag the invalid rows, Kaarvi has created a separate column and flagged all the values that are not within the given regex pattern. So now we got our flagged values, and now next we can simply export them or download them in the form of CSV or Excel SX. So we validated structural uniqueness, numeric boundaries, and format inconsistencies just like that without writing SQL scripts or the building scripts or switching between any tools. Validation becomes visual, guided, explainable, and actionable. This is not just about checking data, it's about building confidence in data before it moves into analytics and decision making. With Kaarvi, you configure validation, run it, understand it, and act on it, all in one place. This is what modern data validation should look like. Thank you. This is about data validation in Kaarvi.ai.